Namaskar, Kemonacho to all lovely super mothers. Welcome to Super Mother Unleashed. Today, we have a guest who is a beautiful mother of a handsome prince, a mind coach and a therapist. She understands every mind and helps those who are unrest and depressed. She's very strong and determined in whatever she's doing in her life. Let's welcome and listen more from her. Hey Aleksandra, welcome to my show.
Hello, Soma. It's Aleksandra here.
What were the exciting moments for you in your childhood? Tell us something about your country where you're born and few memorable moments.
Right. I was born in Poland. I'm now 45 years old. So I was born in the middle of the communism era, and my childhood was quite gray and, very, very not too much fun about this. And I actually don't remember much about my childhood. I remember more about my high school time, but the childhood it was poor and it was gray and not too much excitement. And yeah, it was probably different. My childhood was probably different than any the childhood of any of your listeners.
Oh, really?
It is specific. Yeah, the Poland in the 70s was very, very gray and depressing place.
The way everybody is different, that's the way every situation is different. So you can't compare your situation to others. If others are having that fun moment, you might have something else. So I think that's how we need to accept ourselves and the surrounding. What do you think?
Yes, we are. Every one of us is different. But what I learned recently, every one of us is made of pure, pure love. And we can actually embrace this love in ourselves and be more free and more careless, be more enjoyable, enjoy the life more than we were taught to.
So how's your school days?
Yeah, I can't really remember my elementary school time.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But I remember last years when I was a good student, and I was taking part in some, they called it Olympics in mathematics or things like that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was even it was before 1989 in Poland there was a communist time, so it was really a harsh time. And when the communism ended,
mm-hmm.
I was 13 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So only last years of my elementary school, this time before I went to the high school, where we were allowed to travel, we were allowed to, there was more excitement. And before there were just queues where there was not enough food. They were a political fights and that sort of things.
So elementary schooling, you never been there, or you never traveled to go to school? Yeah. How is it?
No. I was there. I know. I was. My parents told me that when I was going to the kindergarten, there was I already had a boyfriend that he was carrying the bag with my shoes.
Okay. Oh, lovely. Okay.
And then we were fighting about, in the kindergarten there was not many toys, so we were fighting over every gorgeous toy that was there. So we had to wait for our cue to play. I think it's normal situation, right? It's it happens everywhere.
Yeah, it's very, the small, very cute memories. It's amazing.
Yeah, and my elementary school was not far from my house.
Okay.
And I remember at some point we started I started to go there by myself. There was no big streets to cross, so it was just on the, I don't know how far, it's like 400 meters, but I was going there by myself. And I remember some things, but not much really. I remember in the last grade, we were invited to the TV show, where there was a competition between schools, and I was in the audience, and it was probably the most exciting time of my life then.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Yeah.
Getting married and settling in Bangkok. It's very interesting. How's that happen? Excited to hear from you.
Yeah, that was a very sudden change in my life.
Okay.
I decided to move out from Poland when I was 36. And I believe like every 12 years, there is something exciting, something big changing in my life. Okay. And when I was 36, I decided I have enough of Poland and I am going to move to Australia.
Oh.
And I booked the flight, and it was 11 years ago. So the flights were not so as cheap as they used to be, like, 2 years before now. So it was quite a big decision, and it was, quite far away from home. And I just went there. I went to Melbourne to see if I like it, if I can find a job, if I really want to move there. And it turned out it is a nice place, but it will not be very easy to find a job and everything. But anyway, I decided to try to move there. But on the way to Australia, I had a stopover in Bangkok, because from Poland to Australia the flight is like 12 hours.
Okay.
No, sorry, not 12 hours. It's much longer. The time difference is like huge.
Yeah.
So it is wiser to just stop in Bangkok, to sleep there for 1 or 2 nights and then go to Australia. So during my stopover, I met my husband. my husband was working as a masseur in the hotel that I stayed in. And it just happened. I booked a massage, and he was the one who was first in the queue. So I had a massage. We didn't talk much, but after the massage, it just happened. We were going out from the hotel at the same time, so we started talking. We just had the massage, right?
Okay.
So it was funny, and I didn't have time, and I just decided to have a date with him on the way back from Australia. And after all, it happened that I stayed in Thailand. I didn't make it to Australia, actually.
Oh, you found your soul, a right soul.
Yes.
That's really amazing.
Funny.
That's how it all happens for a good reason, and every step has a reason. That is true.
That's true. Yes, that's true.
Becoming a mother and entering into motherhood journey is always a dream come true, but simultaneously challenging too. What are the challenges you faced while raising your son? Please share that story with our listeners.
Yeah, becoming a mother was, very challenging for me, actually, because first of all, I decided to have a child with a man who is not from my country. So there is a cultural difference. And then I decided to give birth in Thailand, which there was a country that I didn't know actually well.
Okay.
You know, when you live in a country, you know the healthcare and how does it work. And about Thailand, I didn't know much, but I decided to contact a lady, the Polish lady who actually had Thai husband, and she got pregnant, and she helped me a lot to figure out things, how it works, what should I do, which doctor should I choose. I actually went for her doctor.
Okay.
So it happened that my friend, we just met by internet, and she was very helpful, and she had her son just 8 months before my son was born. So, and also in the middle, there was one more friend of hers who had a daughter. So there is that 4 months difference before our 3 children. So I had a great support, and I actually, they became mother first. So I had all the knowledge I needed. That was very good.
So it was nice. It was a great support.
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was much less hassle that I could imagine before. I was very stressed about becoming a mother in a country that I don't know.
Yeah, true. That's true. That's very true. A mother can understand what would be the life and how would be the consequences and anything. Being a mother, exactly. I can understand. Your son is growing now. Few happy moments which you would like to share with our listeners.
Yeah, my son is now 5.5 years old, and when he was born, we had a massage shop, and I had a real support from the ladies who were working, were our workers. So. There was so many happy moments, but it was also, challenging. I think we all tend to forget what was happening during 2 first years of our children's life because it was so intense. There was so many things happening.
Okay.
There was a lot of happy moments, yes, but I cannot think about anything specific right now. Yeah,
No problem.
I should be. I can tell you some stories from the time when the brain fog was lifted, and I actually remember things. So my son started to go to Polish school. My friends created a place where the Polish children can meet every 2 weeks, and it was actually very nice to see all those different children that can sometimes speak some Polish and sometimes not. They are, listening to Polish stories because we have Polish teachers. There is a lot of teachers that are working here in Thailand, and they, of course, happen to be foreigners. So I have quite a lot teachers that Polish people who work here in Thailand.
Okay.
So
Polish teachers means from Poland?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
They usually teach English.
Okay.
Because they are people who are traveling. They are not people who just were stay in Poland and then they decide to move to Thailand. They're usually people who have the been to many places.
Right.
And in Thailand, it is the easiest way to have a job is to teach. And yeah, so there is a lot of foreigners who teach in Thailand, English or elementary school.
Okay.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I think the most rewarding, the happiest moment that I remember is when my son actually speak Polish to me, because he's like,
right.
It is challenging because he's surrounded by Thai language, people speaking Thai language.
Right.
And when he went to the nursery, it was a Thai nursery, so his primary language is Thai. But we managed to go to Poland when he was 9 months old, and then before he was 2 years old. And yeah, it was crazy to see him just switching into speaking Polish.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. World is growing and, opening. The spaces between the language, the culture, everything. It's amazing, to get into that and learn new things. And, out of your comfort, if you're getting all these facilities, nothing like it. A mom what else can expect? This is amazing.
Yes. And, it's so effortless right now to learn other languages, like, just watching YouTube, or, if you are living outside of your country, you usually speak English with other people. But my son also has Chinese classes. And my husband actually knows Chinese. He learned by himself because he was working in for the Chinese company when he was young.
Okay.
So I don't know a word in Chinese, but my son can actually speak Chinese. That's amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah, multilingual is a great, talent. And I think, knowing these languages from childhood, he can conquer the world. Language, only the thing which you can, I think it will help him everywhere.
Yeah, my only concern is that we are speaking the very, very strange mixture of Polish, English, and Thai. So my concern is if people will actually understand.
Don't worry.
He's it's just
starting
off
a new language. It's a starting of a new language.
Yes.
People even doesn't know, the musical fusions are happening. So these all are the language fusions, and it would be an interesting one. So don't worry.
Yes, I actually talk a lot with mothers who raise multilingual children, and the conclusion is that the child will usually use the word that is, or expression that is, needs at least effort. So if the word in English is longer and in Polish is shorter, the child will, instinctively use the Polish one, the one that is shorter or easier to say. Yeah, it's things that people who raise children in multilingual surrounding can relate to.
Becoming self-independent is also a woman's dream. You are an entrepreneur. How you manage both your personal and professional life?
It's in Thailand. It's a little bit different than in Poland. Here we have an access to a lot of help. It is like if I choose not to clean my apartment myself, it is easy to find people who will help with cleaning. It's I don't iron my clothes. I just handle them to the laundry shop.
Okay.
It is easy to find food outside. So most of Thai people don't cook at all.
Okay.
Because it is so available outside. I don't know if you've ever been to Thailand, but it's not like
I never
India.
been. We have been planning, but this COVID has come. But definitely,
Yes.
when I'll come there, I will meet you.
Yeah, of course. I hope so.
Yes.
So when you come here, you will see that it's so easy to find food.
Okay.
So you don't even have to worry about, cooking and things. Actually, most of apartments in Thailand, they don't even have a kitchen.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. This I never heard. This is something new, really.
Yeah, most of people just use the electrical frying pan, and that's all. Because they cook they buy food outside.
Okay.
So it's quite easy. So we have a lot of help with daily tasks. Really, this ironing thing, it's like it's so nice to just when I go out to work, I just handle like the bunch of my clothes to the laundry shop, and I just collect them ready after 2 days. It's great.
When I'll come there, I'll do lots of shopping also with you.
Oh, Thailand is a great place for shopping. There is everything here.
Yay! I'm so happy.
Yes, I know Thailand is the dream place for many people.
Yeah.
It's great for holiday, but it's also a very nice place to stay in.
80 to 90% of the travelers from India, they goes to Bangkok.
Yes, I know. There is a lot of actually, in Bangkok you can find people from all over the world.
Right.
And when we were having the massage shop is obviously closed. We closed it last year. But I met so many people because the shop was located just like 300 meters from the famous Thai bar. So there were a lot of people there. And a lot of Indian people also, because it was in the jewelry area. Okay. I'm actually from the jewelry business. I used to sell jewelry in Poland, and I visited India also to buy some things when it was like 2002, so quite a long time ago. I was in Delhi and in Jaipur.
Oh yeah, it's a great place for shopping. Yes.
Yes, but it was a long time ago. It's almost 20 years. So I think things changed a lot since I was there.
Yeah. It's every day changing. Now the COVID scenario has changed completely the lifestyle of the people. Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine how it is in India. I know a lot of people, Indian people, because I work with the gemstones. I really love gemstones, and it's. Most of people from the gems industry are from India, and they tell stories that are really, really, quite stressing how things are in India right now. But I hope everything will be good soon. And in Thailand we see a lot of changes. It's especially in those, Thailand was so relied a lot on tourist industry. And now there are no people coming to Thailand. It's like many things change. Yes.
Because of this pandemic, we all have become more cautious about our health, especially for our kids. What's your one thing which you always believe when it comes to your family health?
Right now, I became the therapist, and I started to deal with not only my health, but also with other people's health. Not a long time ago, I actually started for good a year ago, and it happened that I had to close my massage shop. Okay. And then I switched to the healthcare, to the therapy world. And I was actually in pretty good, mental condition when it happens. Okay. But it's big topic about the mental health, and I would like to tell some things that I'm doing. I'm actually working with unconscious minds. Yeah. I know that there is it is a part of our life that is it's not very well known. that people mostly care about the physical world, the body, the
the appearance,
what happens,
yeah.
But I learned a lot about the power of unconscious mind, and that we actually can cooperate and we can work with our unconscious mind to think, to change things on such level that everything changes.
Okay.
So this is what I do, and it really changed my life, because I was when I was not aware of this unconscious things, I was starting to become just sick, ill, tired all the time.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll have a session separately for this, where you can actually tell all the mothers how they can be, they'll have a relaxed mind, and their unconscious mind always captures lots of negative thoughts. How we can take out those all, how can release from our body. I think we can have a separate session, Aleksandra, on that.
Yeah, that's my real passion, and that's what I'm doing, and it is really life-changing. So I hope so. Yes.
Yeah,
really
definitely. Because I can understand you also being a mother, how you have gone through and what is the major pain points for all the mothers. You can understand it really well. So it would be great to hear from you. Yes.
Actually, my healing journey, when I decided that that's enough, I really need to change something. It was, powered by my son, by my relationship with my child. I just realized that I cannot do things in the way that I used to do, because it will bring a lot of harm to my child, and I don't want to do this. I just want to be the best possible mother, and to do this, I need to change things that I do. That there must be a major change, and I actually found a way to make it all, to bring it all together, and to do things. And I see my health improved a lot, and also my son health improved a lot, and it's a big thing.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
It's very hard to go out often because of this present scenario. Is there any home remedy you use if your child falls sick? I mean, a natural way of healing the body.
Yes, it's all about the working with unconscious mind, because all the symptoms that the body shows, even those like the cold or fever or some inflammations, whatever happens with the body starts in the mind. So I actually use my recording. It's the recording from the method that I use. Okay. So I didn't create it myself, but I recorded it for myself and for my son. Right. So whatever happens in the on the physical plane, it's like something gets there, some kind of pain appears. I just go with the recording and clear the cause of the problem. Because whatever happens, whatever pain we experience, the root cause, it's not physical, it's emotional. Okay. So I don't use medicine or painkillers or anything like that right now. I just go to find the real cause of that brings this pain or inflammation. And it really works well. Right. I call it magic. So when my son now has some problem, or like he fall and he has the the wound or something that hurts, I tell him, let's listen to the magic. Yes, listen to the magic. Mama, can we listen to the magic, because I have this pain. So just listen to the magic. Wow.
Since childhood, he knows the magic thing, which you every time apply on him and on you. So it's a great healing rather than taking any medicine and all, which is really harmful.
Yes, we had some stories. When he was young, he was admitted to hospital. I think 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
It was really stressful, and it was at the time when I didn't know things that I know now. So yeah, I wish that's my mission to tell about how we can actually resolve things without harsh medical procedures or stress in the hospital. It's really working, and we have the power in ourselves to do this.
Even that's my mission also, to reach those mothers who doesn't know about it, who can connect to you to know more about this.
Yes,
that's amazing.
Yes, and I can tell you some stories, like when I had I burned my fingers.
Okay.
And my recordings actually helped me to heal all the bubbles, like they are when you touch something hot there. I had the big bubbles on my fingers, and they got healed in a few days, literally. And yeah, I can deal now with the pain. So the pain is actually the message. The pain doesn't come to us to destroy our lives, to get us, to put us in the misery. It is a message from our body that something is happening. And we have to look what is in there. Why does it hurt? It is amazing. I had a session for my friend. She fall and bumped her leg, and she was unable to walk. She said she was so much in pain. And I did the session for her, and she said, "Oh my God, that's amazing! It's just I can move, I can sit and cross my legs, I can sit comfortably, and the body started to heal fast and quickly." And she said that she is amazed, and she didn't believe me before, that the pain is just a message, and it is
right.
But when her pain from 6, like we scale the pain from 0 to 10. So that on the scale, when the 10 is unbearable pain, she said her leg was like 6. Pain was at level of 6. And after 15 minutes of me talking to her unconscious mind, it dropped to like 2. She was like, "Oh my God, that's really happening. That is really possible."
So how much do you love cooking? What are the things you keep in mind while cooking? Is it the taste or the nutritional value? I know you have already mentioned that, cooking is not part, life very much in Thailand, and most of the things you can get it from out. But what is important for you? Is it a taste or the nutritional value?
Yeah, food is big part of my life. I love eating. I really love eating.
Okay.
And in Thailand, there is a problem with the buying food outside, because they put a lot of spices and a lot of also MSG in food to enhance the taste. So
the taste.
At some point the food outside became too overwhelming, too spicy for me. But I remember when I was in Poland, before I moved to Thailand, I had some allergy issues, and my body was like, didn't tolerate a lot of things. So I learned about the 5 elements, like the Chinese traditional medicine, and treating the food as a medicine. So I learned a lot about how the certain foods influence our body, and now I know they also influence our minds. So yeah,
right.
I really like pure food. I'm not too concerned about having very pure diet, because it can be overwhelming, and there is no need to put more stress in our lives than we have to. But really, I know that the pure food, like, real vegetables, they just taste better. So I really like things that are clean and, tasteful. And I know that there is a lot of unconscious, again, programming connected with food, because food is a big part of our lives.
Right.
So we sometimes like things that we shouldn't eat.
Yeah,
and sometimes we don't like things that are actually healthy and good for us, because of the programming, the belief, the emotions connected with those foods. So now I'm the big part of my work, clearing all those negative connections. So you can actually choose things that are healthy and that your body needs. I'm now learning to listen to my body. And when I go outside to order food, if I can, it's like I just stay and look at the, all those vegetables that they have, and I decide, like, this looks nice. Okay, so can you do something from this? It's like this right now. But I think it's like I try to, to balance the taste and the nutrition. And actually, my body right now, I'm more able to listen to my body.
Okay.
And it's easier. So I know if I want to eat something, but it doesn't taste well. The message that this is not exactly what my body needs right now.
Yeah, the message. Yes. Yeah.
And since I made a lot of work on myself to clear those, things connected with my body, with their food habits, eating habits, I tend to eat more vegetables and fresh fruit, not processed and well balanced.
Last not least, what one beautiful message you would like to pass on to our mothers?
I actually have two messages. The first one is to take everything easy. Okay. Don't stress too much. The world is a full loving place, and you are made from pure love. And it is easier. Life is much easier when you remember about this, and when you find a way to reconnect with the love that is inside us. And this is what I'm doing, actually. I'm helping to reconnect with the love.
Okay.
And the second message, I think I need to look into my note. That was important message,
That's amazing. I think, this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The second message is that what happened in the past, the stories that we are carrying, they are just stories, and we can actually liberate ourselves from this. We don't have to, we can change every time, every moment of our life. We are choosing. We can choose the good things and choose to release all that is negative. We have a choice.
That's amazing. It was a superb conversation with you, Aleksandra. Your way of looking towards life and the process you have shared has made things easy, I'm sure, for many mothers. I'm so fortunate that I'm able to have conversation with you, and it's been an empowering moment for me. So lucky to have you on my show. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much, Soma, for inviting me. It was a big surprise.
It's my pleasure.
I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you.
No, it's okay. Thank you. I'm just very grateful for, to be able to talking to mothers in all over the world, and probably mostly, mothers in India that, I don't have much contact with.
That's the main mission of this podcast.
Yes, I mostly, encounter with Polish ladies, and because we have, similar interests and similar, issues, and yeah, that's natural, right? That we have most contact with the people from our own countries.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's amazing that now with the internet we can see the how people in other parts of the world have different approach, right,
True,
to things.
True.
But the most basic thing is that we all love our children the most.
Yeah.
Right, all over the world.
So with that, we have come to the end of this episode, and please do share this podcast with your friends, your colleagues, and all the mothers in your network. I would also like to request all my listeners to please share your thoughts, views, feedback about today's episode. And if you have any topic on which you want me to cover on my podcast, please write to me. Would love to receive your comments. I will see you next week. Till then, bye-bye.
you.